Well, I mean, the Olympics, I don't know if you guys have watched that, but people doing racist Asian voices.
They are?
Apparently, it was on the news. Somebody was like, an NBC, somebody was fired.
Oh, he was fired, because he did
Asian Force. And then the person doing it on the news was like, is that real?
We should talk about that. That's some big news here. All right, we're going to get going here. Welcome to the newest episode of the Invested Podcast, the show where we discuss the top 10 remedies for fishhook impalement.
Get those fish out of here! I don't want to see.
You ever been impaled by a fishhook?
I don't think I've had the pleasure.
No, it's terrible.
Yeah, have you?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because they're meant to stay in. So
they're meant to stay in.
Yeah, they have like the hook, and then they have a little barb, and so once they're in, you can't get them out, like arrows. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like a needle with a barb at the end of it. So imagine getting like a needle in you, and then you can't take it out.
Oh god.
And it's curved. My name is Terry. With me, of course, is my good friend Connor. How are you today?
Don't hurt me.
I have my collection of fish hooks.
Fish hooks. Is he saying fish shooks? Fish hooks. I can't tell.
Who are you asking?
I'm just asking myself. Just talking to myself as usual.
We got a plethora of trailers to discuss today.
And a couple business cards.
That do not belong to me. Apparently, with my job, I get business cards.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I haven't gotten them yet though. So
the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Wednesday night we're doing a showing of Black Panther.
White Lion.
So,
ooh, don't say White Lion. That is the name of the slave ship that first brought slaves over. I mean, I guess you could say it historically.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a historic event.
Okay, I'm alright. I can't.
It's a good start. You ever heard of
too soon for history?
Did you know that Nantucket is the second easternmost point in the continental USA?
Eastern Nantucket?
Nantucket is the second easternmost point. That means it's like the most farthest southeast.
It's the second state that's east.
No, it's not a state. It's part of the Massachusetts.
When George Washington crossed the Delaware, he said, as for the bucket, Nantucket.
Is he saying fish shooks?
Fish hooks? I think George Washington watched fish hooks.
He didn't want all these fish hooks. He wanted all these fish to be shook.
It sounds like you're describing a bass with disabled palsy. I don't know what a fish hooks is.
We'll just take him to that Nan's bucket.
Nan's bucket.
That's my grandmother's bucket, Nan's bucket.
That's a good name for like a seafood place where you go and the old lady gives you a bucket full of fish.
It has to be on Nantucket, though.
Yeah, it's a Nan's bucket.
Nan's bucket from Nantucket.
It's still alive and wriggling, so you know it's market price.
We should get going here.
Is it market rate or market price? It's market price.
Well, what's the difference between a rate and a price?
Oh fuck! That's something for an economics professor. I don't know if I can answer that. I think a price is a one-time deal and rate is flat rate. Rate you can keep going back.
If
to
it's a flat rate, doesn't that mean it's a one-time deal?
It's a non-flat rate.
Have you ever bought anything in your life, Connor?
No, I mean I just barter.
All right.
I'll give you 3.
I have a little bit of news. Can I please get to it?
I'll give you 3 baseballs.
Connor, please.
Yes.
Okay.
The news. You gotta catch me on the water breaks.
Yeah, I know. I was waiting for a minute. I'll add in the news part when you're drinking your water. Yeah. Joaquin Phoenix is said to play Joker in Scorsese's Joker movie.
I love it.
Do you like that?
Yeah. I think that's the best thing I've heard all week.
That's impressive. I heard this last week.
You heard this last week?
It's only Monday.
Is it?
Yeah.
I guess it is, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in school. I know what's happening. Is Joaquin Phoenix...
He was in that movie Signs with Mel Gibson.
Her?
Oh, he was in Her. I really like that movie a lot.
I like that movie.
He's good. I don't know how crazy he can get, though, because I usually avoid his crazy roles.
Right. He was in Where the Wild Things Are.
I didn't see it.
Actually, no. That was the director of Her. It directed that movie. He was in...
I know who Joaquin Phoenix is.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walk Hard. No, that's Dewey Cox story.
Oh, but he was in the real one.
Die Hard. No, what's the movie?
Walk Fire. I'm walking on
Ring of Fire.
I'm walking on sunshine.
The one about
Johnny
Cash
from Nine Inch Nails.
What is that movie called?
Walk the Line.
Walk the Line.
Yeah,
Walking the Line. Yeah, okay, yeah. That's my Johnny Cash impression.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's what he sounds like.
Yeah.
And somebody's like,
he doesn't play the banjo though.
is he still?
Yeah, he's still alive.
Yeah,
he sang the song for the first Logan trailer. I hurt myself today. You heard that song?
Yeah.
That was him. It's pretty good. Anyway,
that's a Nine Inch Nails song.
Do you know how to spell Joaquin?
Yeah, Joaquin.
You son of a bitch! It took me 15 times to write it in my notes.
Joaquin.
Because I was like, "What am I doing?"
Yeah. That's Wikipedia coming in handy.
Impressive. Yeah, so that's pretty good. I don't know if I still. This
do you like Dave Chappelle?
This movie, yeah, I do. Okay. Sometimes.
Oh yes. Continue though.
Well, I was gonna say I don't know if this movie is gonna be probably better than all the other DC movies. But I still don't know if I want
it. Which movie?
The Joker movie.
The Joker movie, yeah.
We're still talking about it.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I was like, I forgot that Joaquin Phoenix was Joker, and I was like, yeah, Joaquin Phoenix is great, huh? The Master. What else?
What are we saying about Dave Chappelle? What about
I just watched his Netflix special again.
Which one? The first one or the second one?
The new one.
The new one. I didn't like the new one that much.
You didn't like the new one?
No, I like the first one. The one with he rapes but he saves.
Oh, right.
I like Cosby. That. Yeah, the Cosby one. I like that one.
I liked the first one. I liked the Texas one more. When they're coming for you. I like the Texas one where he talks about his family. I think that's why I like the new one more, because he talks about his family a lot. He didn't have like quote unquote jokes.
He didn't have. Yeah, this didn't feel like the second one was more like, let's hang out and talk.
Yeah.
Except for he did do that one thing where he's like, here's the punchline. I'm going to tell you the story now.
Yeah.
That was a good part. I liked that a lot.
I realized the thing I like about Dave Chappelle is that he's honest. He's very honest, and he a lot of his comedy comes in through his prosody. You know, his.
What does the word reciprocity mean?
Reciprocity?
Yeah.
Reciprocity.
I like that word a lot, and I've heard it a lot. Jordan Peterson says it a lot, and I was like, well, that's a smart word. What does it mean?
It's like reciprocal. It's when you give something and you get something back. It's like a...
Okay. Oh, yeah. It's like in the... What's it called? Twisted.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, okay. We should get Jordan Peterson on the show.
He'll be here any day. Have you read his new book?
No. Have you?
I've got a copy of it. I was reading it.
Is it good?
Yeah, it is good.
I should check it out. Yeah. I've been curious. I don't read a lot of books, and so when there's a book that interests me, I should probably seize the moment and actually read it.
Well, what he writes is really interesting and fun and cool. An audiobook. But it's weird because he's like, he doesn't show you his work. You know what I mean? He's like, I love him the way I love Carl Jung and Joseph Campbell, where they're like, here's my opinion about how to be in the world, and you're like, this is great, but it's kind of your opinion. Like it's
well, that's what an opinion is.
Right.
But no, at the same time though, when he does talk, he does cite a lot of like studies and professions.
That's
like,
true, but he cites it like weird, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he'll be like, so here's what the yin yang symbol means, and I don't know why he's Irish. Yeah. Here's what the yin yang symbol means. And basically, it's order and chaos. And you walk the line in between the two forces of the yin yang. And
can you do a Jordan Peterson impression? Like, seriously?
Oh, a Jordan Peterson? Yeah. Probably something like...
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
Well, that's a bad deal for you. And you bucko, so clean your room.
Oh. I like him a lot, though.
He's great.
So here's the thing about that, though, is I agree with you, but at the same time... No one does that. No one cites what they're saying when you're talking, because that's like,
that's true.
What are you like? It's
an alien.
Like, you know where I heard that? www.http. It's like, what are you doing? Anyway, we should move on. Speaking of Joker stuff, there are rumors now that Zack Snyder was fired from Justice League as
like
well.
Joker do.
Like Joker do. Yeah.
Oh wait, Zack Snyder got fired.
There's rumor that he was fired. Or he was asked not to come back after Justice League, and then the unfortunate family business where he left early.
Right.
But apparently he was always slated to leave after Justice League.
That's like me and like at parties. It's like where you just have to
but he's a terrible director.
That's true. That's true. And I'm just fun to be around. He conrated all the shrimp. That was a problem. Don't eat all the shrimp.
You ate out of Nan's bucket.
Laid out. It was in the freezer. I had to like run it into some water before I ate it.
Get your life together.
Stop eating other people's shrimp.
You're pathetic. I have to listen to it more.
Got to go into the belly of the beast.
Have to go to it. You know.
And he quotes Carl Jung, who's like one of my favorite like academic psychologists ever. But like even I'm like a huge Carl Jung fan, and I know Carl Jung stuff is crazy. Carl Jung is like the shadow is the part of you that is your evil self in the mirror, and it is the Hydra underneath the waters of your unconscious.
And S.H.I.E.L.D. will fall.
S.H.I.E.L.D. I am Hydra.
Did you hear about David Benioff and D.B. Wise helming a Star Wars trilogy?
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
You know what? Good. They earned it.
They were supposed to do an HBO show about modern world where slavery was never abolished. Did you hear about that?
Oh, Confederacy.
Yeah, and then like they were like, no, that's a bad idea. That sounds terrible. Why'd you who cares?
Confederacy. What if slavery?
Because like, what would happen in that show? It would just be about slaves trying to like get away, but only in modern times. So it'd be like what we've already seen. Anyway,
I was thinking about that the other day because I was reading some philosophy.
About slavery a lot.
I was, and there was a good reason. I was reading some Aristotle, like not Aristotle, but Aristotle criticism, and I was like, ooh, Aristotle's got some fun ideas. I like this guy. And then they're like. And then one of the articles was this guy trying to apologize for Aristotle's views on slavery because it was like ancient Greece.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, like it was like it's like the all emotion is created in the mind. And I was like, oh, and he's like, slavery is not that bad. And I was like, no, Aristotle.
Well, that's because it was the time.
Although
you can't fault that.
I'm thinking I can't fault that. It's just how it was. Well, I was thinking, I was like. It's as a part of me it would be not okay with it, but it's like as long as it's not racially motivated, because like that's
right.
Then I'm like, if you're making everybody slaves across the board,
it's more like
that's
more class fair. Motivated.
Yeah, exactly. That's fair.
What in Thor Ragnarok? What do they call slaves? He's like he doesn't like the word slave.
Workers with jobs, prisoners with jobs.
Prisoners with jobs. Yeah.
Have you? It's better.
It's better.
Yeah. There's a documentary called The 13th Amendment on Netflix. It's actually pretty good, but there's a really interesting part where they talk about the for-profit prison industry, and they give workers jobs while they're in prison, and it's kind of like slavery, but it's weird. It's not slavery, but it's like super similar. It's like maybe don't give them jobs.
So what do you think of this new Star Wars trilogy? So I thought Rian Johnson was doing a Star Wars trilogy. Is this two different Star Wars trilogies now?
I think so. Which way to give the game away of the secret sauce of Star Wars, which as we all know, Star Wars is based off King Arthur, and that's the secret. Star Wars is medieval story. It's just in sci-fi clothing.
You think that David Benioff and D.B. Wise, which is like the most like. Their names are just so perfect to be like writers and directors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they were like, hey, we're friends. We should be writers and directors because our names it works. You think he goes by DB? Like, what's his name?
DB Weiss.
Is his name David Benioff Weiss? He's just one guy.
And I'll make double the money. No, incredible. It's split among two people.
What would you want this to be about? I've heard a lot of talk of the Old Republic stuff because they're good at doing stuff in the past.
That's true. It would probably be something medieval. I think if they do, it makes sense. Medieval war story. They kind of excel when they're doing like politics and relationship intrigue. So it's probably
Right, but politics is where Star Wars fails. The politics of maybe that's just because of writing.
right. But I also think
Boring.
Star Wars politics failed because they're doing Roman politics, and it's like, yo, Star Wars is medieval fantasy. You got to do medieval politics. You got to do kings and shit.
Okay.
Like, you can't be doing
I am
Caesar. I am the Senate. I am the Republic. It's like, nah, man. No, you ain't.
No, he's not the Republic. He's the Senate.
I am the Republic. Bring back the Republic. Did you change your mind, Palpatine? Yes.
Where you at?
Where you at, Palpatine? I'm here. Where are you?
Do it. Do it.
Do you want this?
Do it.
Do you want me to clean your room?
Do it.
You gotta get more grovel.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Square it.
What should Nike have as their catchphrase?
Do it. Do it.
Okay. He always says that to everything.
That's his answer to everything. It's either I am the Senate or do it. And then he tries to tell you about a story about Darth Plagueis the Wise. So
Palpatine giving you advice about applying for that job.
Do it.
So Connor,
Motivational Palpatine.
this is gonna be a weirdly shaped episode. We're not gonna have a movie talk because we're gonna go into trailers and probably talk about those forever. So we're gonna talk about the Cloverfield paradox.
Okay, and Death Note.
And Death Note. Let's do a Netflix. You watched it?
I haven't watched the Netflix Death Note, but I have been rewatching episodes of Death Note, and I really like Death Note.
I haven't watched that. I've only watched the Netflix version of it.
You haven't watched the original?
No.
It's
I
like
probably will,
really
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It's like one of the few animes where I'm like, this is really great. This is like
One of two animes.
And it's what I love. It's like people have, it's all it is people having really cool conversations, and it's like you're like, oh shit, and it's really suspenseful. You get the Breaking Bad shakes while you're watching it.
The Whiplash shakes.
The Whiplash, yeah.
The Whiplash sweats and the Breaking Bad shakes.
Yeah, it's really fun.
All right, yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
But I have not seen it, so I don't think we can talk about it that much. But
That's
what we
fair.
can
That's
talk
fair.
about is the Cloverfield paradox, which came out 5 hours after the trailer dropped.
I know, I was so excited. And then
So, what did you?
I should have known something was wrong.
What first impression? What did you think?
Of the Cloverfield paradox, I saw on Reddit, I saw in the discussion, the Rotten Tomatoes score was 50%, and I was like, sounds about right. I was like, you heard it, buddy.
Did you like or dislike, or were you like, were you meh? Were you?
There's only one part of the movie I liked, and that was the last shot of the movie when you see the Cloverfield.
No,
poster.
I hated that scene.
You hated that part?
Yeah, I hated that
That's
part.
the only part I liked.
That's a terrible part.
Everything
though.
else is bad.
Okay, so yeah, all right. So there are parts that are okay. I think it was. Shut up. I think it was well done in terms of like, cinematography, blah 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 blah, and the setting was cool. But yeah, no, it was the most cliched horror space sci-fi movie I've ever seen.
Well, you go from like Cloverfield, which is like, ooh, this is kind of fun.
Yeah, it was really. I really like Cloverfield.
And then Cloverfield Lane, where you're like,
Amazing.
Oh, all right.
I rewatched
all right.
that after I watched this one, and I was
so
like,
much
it's
better.
incredible,
It's so good.
Yeah. And then this, yeah.
This was, I knew from the beginning, I knew from the first shot, it's this weird, it's not even shaky cam footage, it's this weird pan over to a car, and it looks like you're outside, but it looks like you're in somebody's living room. And I was like, oh, we're already in trouble. And then the first conversation is like, I want to go to space, but why you gotta go to space? I gotta go to space to save the corn. It's like Interstellar, but it's about oil. And then I was just like, this is so bad. This is terrible.
And I knew it was bad. It took me a while, and I was like, okay, it might pick up. But then I realized it wasn't going to pick up when there was that news sequence with the guy and the conspiracy theorist, and he was just talking about everything that was going to happen in the movie.
Oh, yeah,
and I was like, what the? Who wrote this? Like, oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what happened? What? Because
So apparently this wasn't the Cloverfield movie before. Neither was 10 Cloverfield Lane
true.
either.
That's true. I did hear about that.
And they shoehorned the Cloverfield, but it worked in a way. I think it worked really well. This movie apparently was called the
The God particle.
The guard particle. Yeah, the guard
particle.
The guard particle.
Is this a pirate trying to say God?
The guard particle. So yeah, and it was just like, I think it was wicked generic and how everybody ended up dying for reasons you couldn't explain.
Right? I don't even know what happened at the ending. It's like she went to a different universe because of her baby. Like, I don't understand. And I was like, wait, there's the world at war, and then there's the Cloverfield world, and then there's another Cloverfield world.
Can I explain to you? All right, so after the movie ended, I sat there in my bed and I closed it, and I thought about what I wanted this movie, what this could have been.
Oh.
So, you know how...
That's a good part about bad movies. Is you're like, oh, this could have been so much better.
Yeah, but then it's frustrating. So, my theory on...
the Tron Legacy effect.
My theory on 10 Cloverfield Lane, I think this is a theory that I've read before too, and it's something I really like, is that the aliens have been monitoring Clover, the monster, for years and years and years, and they're like, we can use this. So they wake it up, and it attacks New York, and they're like, it's a start of destroying, and then it distracts everybody so they can invade.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it all happens at once. So what this movie should have been was people in space, and they get a message from aliens or something like that, and they're the first line of defense in trying to like prevent aliens from coming. But you never actually see the aliens or something like that.
I thought this was going to be the movie. The way the trailer was cut together made it look like you've been waiting 10 years. Here's the answer to everything you wanted to know.
It doesn't answer anything. It just caused more questions. Because that's clearly, at the end, that's not the same Cloverfield monster. Because it's like 400 million feet tall.
True. I was like, wait, what happened? And it's just so frustrating.
I love that monster. I think it looks awesome, though.
Oh, yeah. The monster's great. Yeah, I love that. I love Clover, the monster, and I love the mythology behind the monster. Do you remember doing the ARG and finding out what it like all that stuff?
It's not an alien that like it was under.
Yeah, it's like under the deep sea drilling, and then like you go to the website and there's like the pictures they took of the submarine of like the parasites on the seafloor, and it's really creepy, and you're like,
they could have done so much with this.
Yeah, it was so cool.
Yeah.
And how they made slusho from the residue at the bottom of the seafloor that Clover produces, and then there's like that person at the party that was taking it, and you see a shot of her like passed out on a couch in the movie, and it's like that was only in the ARG. It was so weird.
Yeah. It could have been so much, and it wasn't, and now it's just like I feel like it taints the entire Cloverfield.
And then I gotta watch
trilogy.
I gotta watch Sokovia. I gotta watch Sokovia over here being like, I'm not the German spy.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
And I'm like,
and then he gets shot and killed, but then he's alive.
It's like, listen, I like you as an actor, and I want to see you succeed, but this is not the way, buddy. You got to get out of this.
So I think the character I had the biggest issue was the Chinese girl.
Oh, she was from Rush Hour 2.
Because she didn't do anything. All she did was speak Chinese, and then she drowned randomly.
Right. Yeah.
And then the Irish guy who lost his arm.
Oh, Chris O'Dowd.
Yeah, which I don't really like him that much as an actor myself. He kind of annoys me. But I think my biggest problem with him, especially in this movie with his character, is that he loses his arm and then he makes jokes about it. And then
that was weird.
And then his arm is sentient, and he's like making jokes about it.
The thing that bothered me is that he wasn't in constant pain. That his like tissue under his arm was just exposed. Yeah, I was like, you probably died, dude. You need to cauterize that immediately.
All kinds of infections.
I was like, and I didn't understand. Does this mean the other guy in the other parallel universe doesn't have an arm,
or does he have 3?
Oh God! It's just like, and that's the thing. The parallel universe thing doesn't make sense. And I was like, particle accelerator. What are you talking about?
And the lady stuck in the wall. I think my biggest problem is that things were happening, and their reactions were so like blasé about it all.
Her hair changed after they got her out of the wall.
Yeah, it looked like a different actress.
They open the wall. She's in there, and she has brown hair. And I'm like, is that Angela Sarafian? And then they take her out, and then she's just like this weird like blonde lady. And I was like, this is a different act. This is a different woman.
Yeah, I thought it was a different woman too. And so, but they were so like, oh, there's a woman in the wall. It's like, what? What?
That's some first draft stuff, baby.
I don't know what was going on.
But there's people in the wall.
How'd
they get on the space station?
It could have been so much better.
It was just Event Horizon.
The whole side plot of the husband on Earth with the girl.
Oh, God.
There was 3 scenes of that.
I was like, I couldn't stand it. And they tricked us. They tricked us at the Super Bowl.
Oh, absolutely. I thought it was going to be about him on the ground.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like another perspective. And that's what I wanted.
That's what people have been talking about for years. That's the only thing people wanted. And you specifically cut the trailer so that would be the possibility. You show the explosion and you show him being like, what's this?
And then like it shows the smoke and you see things moving in it. You're like, that's Cloverfield Monster. Like, this is happening right now.
No, he's got worms in his belly. He's worms. Because they're parallel universes, and you're like, oh, fuck you so much. Oh, man.
Yeah. No, it could have. Yeah, it could have been another perspective, not shaky cam of Cloverfield incident, and some satellite stuff with aliens. They could have just done both of them.
Yeah, a little bit of mix them. That's what a sequel does. A sequel raises the stakes while mixing the format. So you could have had half regular movie and then half. Like security cam footage from the satellite, security cam regular footage from Down Earth. You could still kept that thing and then edit those two stories together.
And explain my favorite theory of that the aliens are what woke up the Cloverfield monster.
I love that.
Invaded the Earth.
I love that theory.
Yeah, and they expected it to do more, but it died in New York apparently, and that was that. They're like, whatever.
I think that Cloverfield monster's still alive. I don't think the nuke took it out.
You don't think so?
Yeah, no, I think it's still alive. I think the nuke did some weird shit, you know what I mean? Not
maybe he's missing an arm and now it's sentient and it's writing notes. Oh god, I don't know. Yeah, I rewatched Cloverfield too.
Oh yeah.
In a manner of 2 days after watching that, I watched the original Cloverfield, loved it. Watched Cloverfield Lane, loved it even more. John Goodman's incredible.
Oh, he's really good. The Cloverfield Lane is a really tight movie. I would dare say it's better than Cloverfield.
I think it is too, yeah.
Because as fun and ambitious as Cloverfield is, Cloverfield Lane is just a tighter movie. It's just
it's this. I mean, Cloverfield is fun and exciting, and that's it.
Cloverfield is honestly, it should be called Easter Egg the movie, because so many of the things I enjoy about it are Easter eggs. Like they cut to. The camera tries to look at the bay, and then you see the oil tanker that the creature hit.
It's one of the slush. Or it's
the Tagarado logo.
Yeah,
and I was like,
I mean, I loved it. That movie, and I loved the second one.
So it's such a shame, and it's and I feel bad for Netflix for taking the hit for Paramount, right? Because they bought it from Paramount, and I'm like, Netflix, you just released Bright. What are you doing? Why are you trying to sully your good name?
Wow. I don't know what's going on with that. All right, we should move on to all the trailers of
Netflix is like, don't worry, we've got it figured out. We're just going to suck up all the existing properties, and then we'll have everything.
That's not how you make money, though.
Right.
We're going to move on to all the trailers.
Trailer trash.
So we're at Deadpool 2.
Deadpool 2.
Did you see that trailer?
It looks fun.
Yeah, that's all right.
I thought it's a little try hard, but
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah,
it's fine.
So Deadpool for me, it's it's on the verge of me being I can't stand this movie, and it was fun. I really liked it.
This movie looks way better than the first one.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because the first one was just too rote. It was too
It was. I consider the first one as a test run.
Yeah, you're right. It's a good test.
And I'm hoping this one opens itself up a little bit more.
I think this one's got a lot.
Right now, it's funny. Right now, the title on IMDb is Untitled Deadpool Sequel, and I really hope that's the final title of the movie.
That would be awesome.
Right? I think that would be really so perfect.
Cool.
Yeah. So Cable, I guess, is in it.
When does it come out?
I don't know.
It's because I feel like Deadpool was a
soon. I think
February release originally.
I think it's in November, or is it this summer?
I don't know.
I think it might be this summer.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It is. No, it's in May.
It's in May.
Yeah.
Wow. Whoa. They're going up against Infinity.
I think it got pushed up. It's before Solo comes up.
Oh shit.
Because Solo got pushed back, and that came up before it. Yeah.
That's a lot of movies.
So Cable's in it. I don't know anything about Cable. I know he's a time traveler. I know that in the comics he is Jean Grey and Scott Summers' son.
Yep.
And he's a cyborg, half cyborg, and he has big guns.
Yes.
That's all I know.
Time travel. Yeah.
Josh Brolin, do you think he's going to be good?
I mean,
What else has Josh Brolin done besides Thanos?
He was in No Country for Old Men. He played Llewellyn.
Oh, okay.
He was really good in that movie.
Yeah.
No, he's a good actor. It's weird to see him play. It's like he's played all these cool roles, and now he's gonna play Darth Vader, and then it's like watching the guy play
Darth Vader.
Well, that's Thanos is the Darth Vader of Marvel, practically. You know what I mean? Just like he's the big villain.
Yeah, the big bad. Yeah.
So it's almost as if you were like, oh my god, the guy who played Darth Vader did such a good job. Now watch him play like off-brand Darth Vader in this other movie where he's not really Darth Vader. He just looks like Darth Vader.
And they joke about butts and farts and balls.
Yeah. And I'll have to see his performance, but I feel like the Josh Brolin thing is that his role is. I feel like his role will be one note. I don't think they know how to use him.
Maybe, but also I feel as though they might be smart enough to understand that.
And I also haven't seen his comedy chops because I haven't watched Hail Caesar.
But they might. Hail Caesar. He's in Hail Caesar.
Yep.
Oh, he's pretty good in that movie.
Is he good?
You're right. Yeah.
All right.
He's not really funny, but he's good.
He's good.
Yeah. And so was Alden Ehrenreich. The guy who's playing Solo. He's in that.
He's that movie.
He's great in that movie.
Really?
Yeah. He's really good.
That's so weird.
I think he might be the best part of that movie.
I thought that I was confused because in that movie, don't they have somebody like teach him how to act? Right? They try to hire a coach to teach him how to act. But I feel like there was an article about Solo where they're like, the guy who's playing Han Solo can't do it. They got to bring in an acting coach to teach him how to act.
All right. So Josh Brolin's going to do really well. Anyway,
yeah, I think he's going to.
You right? Your eye all right?
Yeah.
You tired?
No, I'm awake.
Okay, we have. Let's talk about Venom.
Oh.
One of the worst trailers I've ever seen in my life.
You know what? I am so excited for this medical drama.
I was listening to another podcast today, and they were talking about if you were to show this to someone, this trailer, who did not know it was Venom, what would they think this movie was about?
Like a guy who's in a gang they're like, you might have a disease, so you gotta go to the hospital. And he's like, I gotta commit crimes to pay for my medical bills, but I'm not Walter White. I'm a New York guy.
We have so much to talk about, Connor. We have to get moving here. Okay. So yeah, that Venom trailer was boring. I didn't care about it. I understand why they didn't show Venom because they're waiting and they're saving it. So I'm kind of okay with that. I might not watch any trailers to this movie. I might do because I don't care about it at all.
No, I need to watch the trailers. They're so funny. It's so bad. It's like pure Sony. It's not only worse than I could have ever imagined. It's like perfect. It's like
we haven't gotten anything from it yet.
But you can kind of tell, right, that this is not good. Like there's no that scene. Like, oh my god, the scene where he's on the motorcycle and he gets hit by a car. It's like, what are you talking about? It looked terrible.
I think it's just a teaser. I think the first trailer. I don't know.
It is. It's so. There's no intrigue. There's no like, oh my god. It's like the intrigue of this character part of the Marvel Universe is going to be crazy. Like, is Spider-Man involved? What's going to happen? And it's just like, it's like a guy, and then he's going to get the Venom suit, and he's in San Francisco. He's the Lethal Protector. That was the comic in the 90s that Venom was. It was called Lethal Protector.
I think this would be so much better if it was in the Marvel Universe.
He pats somebody on the head. He pats a woman on the head. And then
I don't know why they couldn't just like. Why doesn't Sony be like, hey, let's do the same thing we did with Spider-Man? Because it would be successful.
Sony doesn't play like that. Sony, they are doing some weird like eyes wide shut, like Russian roulette, 8-ball magic rituals when they come up with these movies. Like, who should be in the Venom movie? Tom Hardy.
I love Tom Hardy though.
What should the plot be? He needs medicine, so we give him the Venom suit.
All right, so here's the thing. I don't think...
Doesn't the Venom suit kill you? Yes,
no,
but it also cures you of disease.
It keeps you alive, I'm pretty sure, as long as it's connected to you.
As long as it's not on your body.
Yeah.
It goes right inside his belly button.
There's a version of Venom where he has to... absorb other humans and like
Right.
eat their.
Isn't it the
eat
Ultimate
them.
Spider-Man one?
Yeah, Ultimate Spider-Man, where he like absorbs people. And that would be a cool version.
Right trigger.
Yeah. Oh, the video game? Dude, that
Yeah.
game's so good. Well, it does that in the comics too, which is really cool. So yeah, not much to say about that. Jurassic World 2. You haven't seen the first Jurassic World yet, have you?
No.
Will you watch that?
Yeah.
Just do it. It's not great. It's fine. It's not.
It's one of those movies I don't want to watch if I have to pay for it.
You don't. Just find it online.
I'm not good like you with that stuff. I can't do it. I don't know how to hack the world.
It might be on Amazon. If it's not on Amazon, it might be on Netflix. If it's not, you'll find it. But either way, it's okay. But the second one, this first
What's on
trailer,
HBO?
the first. There you go. What are you doing?
I don't know. I just wanted to start doing this.
Twisting in this chair.
It's fun.
The first trailer is terrible. Do you remember it?
Isn't that the first trailer?
No. We talked about the first trailer. You don't remember?
Oh, right.
The
Because
volcano and they just jump off the cliff and that's the
I
whole thing.
remember.
And
That
this
was
one actually
bad.
shows some more stuff.
yeah, this one they're going onto the real land. Oh, they went to America. This one, or London. Looks like London. Looks like some Peter Pan London. When the dinosaurs in the bedroom.
Just don't have anything to say about this one, do we?
Well, they're doubling down on that movie where the Jurassic Park what are they called? Tyrannosaurus Rex. When the Tyrannosaurus Rex
Lost World.
goes to New York
I
City.
like that movie. People don't like that one. I think it's good.
It's better than the third.
Oh, yeah. I don't like the third one. There's no redeeming parts of the third one. I think the second one's good because it has Jeff Goldblum and the raptor scenes are really cool and the T-Rex
Yeah.
is always fun.
Yeah,
Even when it
yeah,
goes
yeah,
to
it's
San
good.
Francisco, it's corny, but it's fun.
Yeah, and they're doubling down on that horde. You know, they're like, we can't go back to no more islands. We gotta do some crazy shit.
Yeah. It's called Jurassic World, so it's going to be more than just one place.
Fallen Kingdom. Sorry. Fallen
Did you watch the Avengers TV spot?
The Avengers TV spot.
Yeah, the newest thing that came out with the Super Bowl.
Avengers.
It was 30 seconds long and it gave nothing away, really. It's just,
The TV spot for Infinity War.
yeah.
Oh, yes, I did.
What'd you think?
Yeah, it was okay.
Good.
It felt like you're watching the Japanese trailer. You know what
I
I mean?
have an issue with Iron Man's armor. Did you see how it like grows around him?
No, I didn't. I don't remember that part. I noticed. What did I notice? I noticed Anthony Mackie with guns going woo and like flying, and then I noticed Black Panther say, "Get this man."
That's not the same trailer.
And then I noticed.
God, what the
I noticed Vision being like, oh, this hurts.
It's not the same trailer.
And then Peter Parker was like, ugh.
All right, skip that. The heck with that. Let's just talk about Solo.
Solo.
Okay.
Daniel Glover single-handedly saved this movie.
But why?
He was great.
He hasn't come out yet.
I saw him in that cape and that mustache, and I was like,
Okay, so
my body is ready.
I love the music in this trailer.
It was kind of cool. Yeah.
Really cool. I think it looks good in
It
terms
looks
of its
great.
looks.
Looks great.
Not like the movie looks good. I'm saying it looks good. Like the
Looks
aesthetic looks good. So Alden Ehrenreich. Is that how you pronounce his name?
Yeah. It sounds
Sure.
some crazy fucked up Danish shit.
We finally get to see him as Han Solo.
Sounded freaking fuck. See,
So we saw him as young Han Solo. What do you think of him? What's your impressions?
Well,
I think he's honestly, sure, fine.
Yeah, well, I would have had no opinion on it until they had that last. They made the last shot of this trailer supposed to be this big reveal of like, he's just like Harrison Ford, and he missed it. He didn't do it. Like they're like, it fades out, fades to black, fades up. You see him turn around, and he's like. And he's supposed to, it's supposed to do the there, it's supposed to do the Harrison Ford, but instead he's like, well, howdy, partner, and you're like, Ooh, that's not good.
What are you talking? You didn't say that.
Yeah, well, he said something
Are you
similar.
talking about the scene where he says it's fine, we're fine?
Yeah, or no. There's a scene where they're like, it fades to black, fades up, and then it's supposed to be a big hero shot. It's one of the last shots of the trailer, and the pull zooms in on him, and he's like, "Yeah, I guess it could be a scavenger. I guess I could do it. I guess I could do a Harrison Ford impression." And you're just like,
okay, so I'm going to be the odd man out of this movie, and I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt.
Give him a chance.
I know this isn't Harrison Ford. Right. It's not going to be.
They're trying to. Well, they advertised it. False advertising.
No, what?
False advertising. Play it again. As soon as I saw that trailer, I was like, play it again.
No, seriously. So let me finish what I'm saying. So I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. This is not Han Solo.
That's fair.
I think he's a good actor. I think he's going to do a fine job. We just have to understand that this is not Harrison Ford.
Right.
I meant to say this is Han Solo, but it's not Harrison Ford. It's not going to be Harrison Ford. Honestly, it could be good. I don't think it's going to be that bad.
It could be. It definitely could. I noticed some weird stuff. I was like, the trailer started like a comedy, but then it ended like a Ron Howard movie. And I was like, oh, we're in for a bit of a wild ride.
Yeah, but I mean, Woody Harrelson's great.
Oh, right.
I'm excited about his character. Everybody thinks that Donald Glover is the perfect.
True Detective?
No, I haven't. I
That's
watched
the best
the
Woody Harrelson
movie
thing ever.
Zombieland.
Zombieland's fun. I like it. Everyone's hyped on Donald Glover.
Donald Glover
Yes.
as Lando. I'm excited too, but seeing him in a cape does not make me think he's the perfect match.
Right. If you watched Atlanta, it'd be different. He's got the chops. Our boy's got the chops.
Because everyone's like, how's Alden Ehrenreich going to sound like Harrison Ford? Is he going to act like him? Is he going to talk like him? But like, watch Billy D. Williams as Lando. Like, that's a weird performance.
Outrageous.
Let's see if what's his name can do it. You know, he might not be able to.
I think he can do it. Because I've heard I've heard his sexy voice, and it's great.
He doesn't look anything like him.
Yeah.
And so like I'm just saying like everybody's like super angry like he doesn't look like Harrison Ford. It's like no, of course he doesn't. Donald Glover doesn't look like Billy D. Williams.
That's true. Although I think that I feel like they were banking on the homeboy looking like Harrison Ford. Like I feel like that was part of the selling point of the trailers. They were.
He
I feel
actually
like
it's not that bad.
he looks a little in the face, but it's just the voice is like. It was almost comical. He turns around and he's like, it's instead of me like, well, excuse me, princess, or something. That's not a good Harrison Ford. But he just turns around and he's like, oh, well, I guess I could try. He was like silly. He was like goofy. He was like,
yeah.
Well, I guess I am Harrison Ford. And you know what it was? It's why is Han Solo 30 years before he's Han Solo?
I don't think he is.
What do you mean?
I don't think he is. I think this is such a young version, and there's a lot of talk about this, how they don't say Han once.
It's like
the
Tony
movie's
Stark as a
called
kid
Solo.
is going to act like Tony Stark as a 40-year-old man.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's not. So why are we getting angry that he's not acting like Harrison Ford?
But in the trailer, he looks like he's trying to act like that. You know what I mean? He's trying to act like cool, and it's like you
kind of. He kind of is, but I don't know. I see it differently. I like that speeder.
I'm very suspicious of this trailer.
Like the speeder's chase scene.
Right.
That looks very like he's an action hero, and Han Solo's not an action hero. Han Solo slouches in his chair.
He runs away. He's a coward.
That's what I'm saying. So I think this is a completely different version of Han Solo, and I'm okay with that. I don't want it to be a carbon copy clone impersonation. I don't want it to be that. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. Amelia Clark looks cool, I guess.
Oh yeah, she's playing herself. She's just every time she's not in a Game of Thrones, she's just really playing like brunette. I
think she's a good actress.
Well-to-do. Yeah, she's cool.
Yeah,
she's Playing the same.
She's not going to surprise us in this role, though, I don't think.
Yeah. I've never been like, oh my god, did you see Amelia Clark in that new movie where she plays a dragon? It's like
That's not a thing.
It's always been like, oh, it's Amelia Clark playing like
someone other than. I think that's sad, though. I feel bad for actors like that.
She plays to type. She plays to type.
I don't think she's gotten a chance, though. That's why.
That's true.
And then there's the new droid L337 is the name. The one that Lando does a leet, I think is what they're calling it.
That's like my old email. Oof.
Connor rocks L337.
Connor leet
What
dog.
does leet mean? People
Leet.
it means
Leet
something,
means
right?
you're good with computers.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it means I'm leet, bro. Like elite. I'm leet.
Yeah, you're abbreviating the word elite.
I think that's what it means. I could be wrong.
Stupid. Okay, well.
Imagine in the Han Solo movie, he tries to explain what leet means. He's like, listen, it's very simple. It means when you're like a cool dude with computers. There's a computer on this ship, but it's not a droid. Droids are not ships. Get this droid off the ship. Give it to Jabba. Sell it into slavery. I don't care. It's got a CPU. Get rid of it.
Do you think Jabba's going to be in this movie?
Oh yeah. They got it.
What about Boba Fett?
He's gonna be skinny. He's gonna look like a wet breadstick.
He's going to have a full head of hair.
And he's got clothes. He's got like a sweater.
Really let himself go.
Yeah. Although he made the money, you know what I mean? It's like golden handcuffs, and he was able to get all those chickens. Eat all those space chickens.
That's true. What about Boba Fett? You think Boba Fett's going to be in it? There's a theory that
Boba Fett. He just pops up and he's like, I'm still a kid.
No.
I'm still a clone.
Help me! No, there's a theory that the guy in the mask, what looks like the protagonist, is Boba Fett in different armor.
I like that. You know what would be fun?
Because apparently it's Mandalorian armor, which is...
Right. Well, it'd be fun to see Boba Fett before he's Boba Fett. Like, he spends the movie getting the shit beat out of him and, like, you know what I mean? Like, failing at everything. His jetpack, like...
So it's like in Monsters University, Randall.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
With the glasses.
Yeah.
He's just a nerd. He's a bookworm.
Yeah.
He keeps getting knocked over by bullies.
That'd be fun. And then, like, knowing what he becomes later.
I would hate that. And so would all the Star Wars community. They hate everything, though, don't they?
Yeah. Remember when Brian Johnson brought Carrie Fisher back to life? Fucking Force ghosts.
All right. We should. I think we're good. Do you want to do some opinions from the future?
Opinions from the future. Yes.
Opinions from the future.
Okay. Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker. It has been 5 years since that came out because it came out 2 months after we talked about it, which is crazy.
Yeah. It came out really quick.
Really fast.
Straight to Netflix.
Straight to Netflix.
Which...
Poor Netflix.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Which, it was crazy. It was like $100 million budget. Straight to Netflix.
Did you like the fact that it was all in French? With subtitles?
Well, well, I think that goes back to the original comics because it's or not the original comics. The Joker is based off a character from a Victor Hugo novel, The Man Who Laughs. So it's the fact that they were paying homage to his French roots I was like, shit, this is pretty wicked, you know, like this is fun.
Instead of a clown, he was a mime.
He was a mime, yeah. And that, I don't know, as far as canon goes, I was like, as long as it's not Jared Leto, I'm okay with him being a mime. Although it's brought back mimes in a big way, which I don't know.
Everybody's
I don't know
a
if
mime for Halloween.
Yeah. Oh God, I saw so many sexy mimes.
Yeah, the third It movies now he's a mime instead of a clown.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah,
that was super weird because I'm like, how do you pay the same money for clowns that you do for mimes? Like, do mimes make less?
What do mimes do?
We gotta fix that. I don't want mimes to be making less money than clowns.
Yeah, the wage gap for mimes and clowns.
That shit's real, dog.
Yeah, it's totally real. What else do we do?
That's a glass ceiling.
Glass ceiling. I get it. No, I don't. Economics?
Yeah.
Glass ceiling is an economic thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
That's mine.
it's a really tall mime. Or a really small ceiling. What else did we talk? I don't think we should discuss all those movies that came out within the 5 years that it's been. David Benioff DBY's a Star Wars movie.
Oh, I get fucking yikes, dude. I mean, it was good, but I was like straight up horror.
Yeah, well,
Star Wars medieval horror. Holy shit, man! I like
a lot of boobs.
A lot of boobs. This is trippy ass imagery. It was real. I got like that movie. That's the type of movie that Alan Moore goes in, and he's like, "It was really great. I feel totally fulfilled."
That sounds like Michael Caine.
Michael Kite.
Like an angry.
I'm not a good man, Barry. I'm not a Batman.
That's pretty good.
You remember? I don't hate family.
He's great in those movies.
Yeah, he's really good.
So good. He's so good. It's just, oh man.
Have you watched his acting in a film special he did in like the early '80s?
No.
It's really great. I've watched it so many times.
I watched him in A Muppet's Christmas Carol.
Oh, that movie's so good.
That's the best version of A Christmas Carol.
So good.
Yeah.
I tried to watch the Jim Carrey one, and I was like,
What, the animated one?
yeah, and I was like, oh fuck, this is uncanny. This is fucking Polar Express shit.
Yeah, no, I didn't even bother with that.
He turns around, he's like, what are you doing, boy? And you're like, nightmare.
All right. I guess that's that.
That's that.
That's the episode.
Knick knack, patty whack.
We are on YouTube.
Boom, get it.
We are on iTunes.
Don't you like Star Wars?
We are on SoundCloud.
We're on SoundCloud.
We are on Instagram.
We're on Instagram.
We are on Twitter.
We're on Twitter.
We are on Facebook.
On Facebook.
All at In-Vested Podcast.
You got no excuses.
There you
You
go.
got no
You
excuses.
see my hype, man.
Woo! Believe it. Woo!
Thanks for being here, Connor.
Thank you for being here as well.
Play it again.
Play it again. Yeah.